Welcome
to
church! We are going to be telling you all about why we are stood next to a field of sheep going meh.
Today we're thinking about why God is like a shepherd, and that's why we've come here to a random field to find some sheep. But if you want to follow along with some of our activities today, we're going to be making our own sheep, and so you might find it useful to have a white sock and something to stuff it with, some pipe cleaners to make it into legs, but we'll give you other options if you can't find those things when we get to it.
But first we're going to start with a song. It is called Guardian.
My
So, Ruth, it says in the Bible lots of different places that God is like a shepherd. But what does that even mean?
It is a strange thing to think about, isn't it? And it's really strange, I think, for us, because often we see sheep in places like this. They're in a field, they've got lots of things to shelter from, they've got all of the food that they need. And so why would a shepherd be like God? So we're going to look at some of the reasons that we think that God is like a shepherd.
Where Jesus lived, it would have looked a little bit more like this. You can see that there aren't the same kind of fences to keep sheep safe. There isn't as much grass or water around. It's a lot more difficult life for sheep. They need someone to look after them. Oh.
They would have needed someone like a navigator, someone to help them find their way, to find the good, safe, restful places.
Because sheep are always getting lost. Don't know which way to go. Which way do you think's best? That way or that way?
Do you need some help?
I think I might be lost.
Oh, well, follow me. I've got a map, I know where we're going.
Oh,
Come with me.
Great. Let's go. And sometimes it's even more than just finding the sheep, because sometimes the sheep are in danger. Do you remember that time when we were in the Lake District and we saw the mountain rescue rushing to the rescue of someone?
It was incredible. We were on a boat and it was a storm raging around us. There was wind pounding the lake. The waves were too big for our boat. It was really scary. And we were going away from the storm, but the mountain rescue were hurtling along the side of the lake on the road, heading straight into the storm.
And why would anyone head into a storm like that?
Except that there was probably someone that was in danger that needed them to help them be rescued.
Yeah. The mountain rescue go out to rescue people from danger. And that's what shepherds are like too. They go out to rescue their sheep when they get into danger.
And shepherds were also really good at helping to fix their sheep. If a sheep had got into danger and had hurt its leg or had got stuck in something or cut and they needed, like a doctor, the shepherds are really good at that, at helping to fix their sheep. Oh no! Chris! Finn, the puppy's hurt!
Oh, poor little puppy! Quick, let's fix you up!
Bandage on his leg, definitely going to help.
Leg.
And I think maybe
Where
his
else?
ear.
His ear? Oh no, let's bandage that up as well.
And maybe I think his nose is definitely hurt.
Okay. There, that's okay. We're all better now, aren't we, dog? Okay. You're fine. Great. Okay. That's so true. And because sheep aren't very good at looking after themselves, it was the job of the shepherd to try and provide the good things for the sheep, to bring them to really good places, to find nice grass and quiet waters that they could drink from and a safe resting place for them at night. It was about helping look after them by giving them what they need. Ruth, come in. Welcome back. I've prepared a little relaxing place for you. Come in and sit down.
Oh, you have.
Come in.
Oh, this looks amazing.
Have a seat. I'm going to put the blanket on you.
Yay.
Okay, here we go. Here's your book.
Thank you.
And let me just get you these.
Oh, yes.
Here's some hot chocolate. Be careful with it, it's hot. Shall I put this down on here for you?
Oh, thanks, that's lovely.
Great. And here's a little
yes.
snack as well. You just relax there.
Okay.
I think that's probably what you need right now.
And finally, even though the shepherd might have got them to safe places, or what they thought was a safe place, they might still have had to look after them, protect them from wild animals. There might have been wild dogs or lions or bears or wolves probably, and the shepherd would have to defend the sheep against these attackers. Imagine having to fight a wolf. They sound like pretty cool people, these shepherds.
Or a bear. Hey, I'm warning you. Don't come any closer. I'm going to protect these sheep with my life. Horton, go! Attack! So shepherds are amazing. They do so much for their sheep. And that's kind of why it's suggesting that God is like that.
It's incredible. God is the king, right? We kind of talk about that. And when we think of king, we think of royal robes. We think of people coming to wait on them hand and foot. We think of them saying things and everything happens. But the shepherd almost feels like the opposite of the king. There's no one to wait on them. They're waiting on the sheep. They're giving the sheep everything they need. They're not living in a beautiful palace. They're living on a hillside. They're not having everything brought to them. They're having to find everything. They're not being protected. They are protecting. So God's saying that he is the king. But he's not a king that's out of touch somewhere being waited on hand and foot. He is looking after. He is so involved. This king is a shepherd. So for our activity today, we are going to make some little sheep. We've got a couple of different ways that you can do that. One is using a sock and some stuffing and some pipe cleaners and some string. And the other one is going to be using cotton wool, glue and cardboard. Hopefully you'll have some combination of those things at home. If you don't, and you have another way that you can make a sheep, like you could just draw one on a piece of paper or card, that would work totally fine. We're going to show you the sock one first. So you need a sock, preferably a white sock. It could be as big or as small as you like.
But you could do it. You could do a brown sheep or a black sheep.
You could definitely do a brown sheep
or
a black
blue sheep.
Or a blue sheep. Or a stripy pink with yellow dots on it sheep, if that's the socks that you have spare.
And what I've done with my bits that I'm going to stuff it with is I've torn off a smaller bit and a larger bit. So this bit's going to be the head and this bit's going to be the body.
And you can stuff it with anything that you've got lying around, like paper, newspaper, cotton wool,
sheep's
wool, bits of cushion stuffing, I don't know, whatever you've got. If you've got bits lying around, you can do it with that.
So I'm going to take my smaller bit, screw it up into a ball, and that is going to go right down into the toe of the sock.
So when you've got your head of your sheep stuffed, you want to cut off some string and tie the string around it, and that keeps the head shape just a bit separate from the rest of the body as you're going to stuff it. And then when you've done that, stuff the rest of it. So you now have a little head and a little body of your sheep. Now you want to twist the end around, put your hand inside the sock, which you won't need to do if your sock is a normal size sock, but this is a massive Chris sport sock, so it's huge. And then wrap it so that it goes all the way doubled over onto the other end, and then back again, and then twist it again, depending how many times you need to do this, so that all of your sock is bundled up like that. Ta-da! Now, using some sort of pipe cleaner or wire or stick of some sort, you want to, now this is tricky, okay, you might need to ask for a grown-up's help. If you bend your pipe cleaner in half, so you make like one doubled over pipe cleaner, and then you might need to cut holes in your sock, or if you've got quite a thick, you've got quite big holes like this, you want to poke the end through, poke it through the sock, pull it through a little bit so you get a nice wide leg base, I don't know, poke it through the other side. Once you've got it through, pull it all the way through. So you've got 2 little legs, and then you could bend the feet out so it comes through like that. And then do the same again. Okay. Is my sheep going to stand up? Shout yes for yes and no for no. I don't think it is. Let's see. It did!
No one thought that was going
No one thought that was going to happen.
We've got some pens so that if you want to draw a face on your sheep as well, you can do that. So Ruth's finished hers, so she's going to draw a face on it now.
Okay, so mine, apparently I don't know what sheep faces look like. So I've given him little curly horns and a cheeky little smile, which looks a little bit like a moustache, but who cares? And he's going to have a lie down. And while Chris finishes his off, I'm going to show you how to make our second sheep. So, simply take your Pritt stick and do the shape of a sheep in glue like that. And then, using your cotton wool, pull it out and stick it on. And you could draw some little legs on him. So, there we go. Second little sheep to go chasing around the hillside. So, do you want this one, Chris?
Sure, that'd be great, thanks. What I thought we could now do with these, now that we've got our beautiful sheep, is we want to act like the shepherd. We want to act out scenes of us being like God is a shepherd to us. So we're going to find out ways that we could put them into danger and try and rescue them. Or we could try and protect them from something. So use your imagination, come up with some amazing scenarios that you can rescue your sheep from.
And if you want to take photos of them or videos and send them to us, we love seeing what you do. So please do that, and we can see what adventures your sheep are getting up to.
I must defend my flock against all of these wild beasts.
Rampaging rhinoceros! Hurtling hedgehog! Killer whale! Terrifying dog! Ferocious panda bear! Have you got the sheep?
No.
We need it for the last bit.
Yeah, I hit them. It's a new game called Hide and Sheep. You're now the shepherd, and you've got to go and find the lost sheep.
Great, where are they?
I hid them. You've got to go and find them. That's the job of the shepherd. Come on, Shepherd Ruth. Shepherd Ruth. Shepherd Ruth. Shepherd Ruth.
Guess I'm going to go and find the sheep.
Shepherd Ruth, Shepherd Ruth, Shepherd Ruth, Shepherd Ruth, be a good shepherd. Show us what God is like. Yeah. Does God take this long to look for things? I don't know, it doesn't say. What does it?
I found them. Hiding,
Yeah,
hiding behind the sofa.
Now we can do the final bit.
Now we can do the final bit. So today we have thought about how God is like a shepherd. When we get lost or scared or hungry or lost or in danger, he comes and rescues us. He provides for us. He gives us everything that we need.
Should we just thank God for that now?
Let's do that.
God, thank you that you're such a good shepherd, that you look out for us so well, that you rescue us, that you come to find us when we're lost. So God, all the way through our lives, we pray that you would keep being our shepherd. We love you, our good shepherd. Amen.
Amen.
Meh.
Amen.
That's brilliant. We're going to finish with a song which is all about telling the world about Jesus. We want to shout it out that Jesus is amazing. Jesus is our good shepherd. And this song is called
Let It Be Known.
Sing it out for all the world to hear. Oh, 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 oh. God reigns. We lift you up.
Cars, huh?
So inconvenient.
All going slowly because it looks like we're filming their speed.